Alright, hello, greetings, and welcome everyone to this news video. I am the Ninjaneer, and the topics we're covering today are as follows. Italians are coming. Aptera brought a new welding table. Aptera will be in San Francisco on the 14th of September. A Then and Now picture. Electrify Expo in Vancouver. And things that I liked. Let's get started. So the first story today is that the folks that helped Aptera put together their designs and the presses and whatnot for the body structure of the Aptera, they are coming to the Carlsbad facility to help them assemble the bodies for the Aptera's first PI builds, PI builds 2 through 4. So that is great news to have the experts that made the products to come and help them put it together so they can get the gist of it and so that they put together the highest quality product possible. That is fantastic, and I am so glad that that is happening. The next story is another X post where Steve shares that they are putting a new welding table into operation at Aptera since they found out that one welding table was not enough to keep up with the PI intent production plan. So yeah, I'm assuming that at some point they're going to end up putting a few more of those in the facility, but I do not know that for certain. Alright, there are a lot of things happening for the Aptera community and for the facility in Carlsbad, but one thing that they are doing is getting the Aptera out and around in the public, getting people in the know, I guess you could say, about the Aptera as a product. They're going to be in San Francisco on September the 14th, and that will be basically them showing off the Aptera that they have currently prepared and ready to show off to people, which is the Gamma, I believe it is. Let me see. It looks like the Gamma. I'm going to say Gamma until I find out something different. But yeah, they're taking the Gamma out to San Francisco, so if you guys have the ability to run out there and see what's going on, I would suggest doing so because, yeah, that'll be a pretty cool event. Alright, ladies and gents, this next bit of a story is a 16 years apart comparison, a then and now situation, if you will, for the Aptera team. There is a long post that I'm not going to read, and then the picture of the folks that put together the original Aptera and how they look now. You'll notice that there are some people missing from the photo, but yeah, the core, the Chris and Steve situation has stayed consistent, and I will say again, he has done a lot to change his appearance. Chris is looking very different from what he did, in my opinion, for the better, as is Steve Fambro. They are both looking like healthy, amazing CEO types. So yeah, good times there. But just looking at the difference in the facility and looking at looking at the change in facility and the differences that 16 years makes is really kind of just a fun way to enshrine the memory of the past and move forward at the same time. There was a video put out of the Electrify Expo speech the Electrify Expo forum that Steve Fambro did at the Electrify Expo in Vancouver. This video was submitted by a person by the name of Oopsie to the Aptera Owners Club, and he put that video out so that we could all see it. Thank you to both of you for doing that, because it was a really good video, a lot of really interesting insights and some really nice questions. Some questions were a little bit rehashed from previous, but there were a lot of new things that were asked and things that were expanded upon by Steve Fambro and the legendary guy known as Monroe. So yeah, if you guys have the opportunity, sit down and check that out. I see that several of you already have. 700 people have already checked it out as of the recording of this video. So yeah, if you haven't already, go check it out. It is a fantastic video. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Alright, now for the things that I liked. For the first thing that I liked today, it is the newest Telo trucks update video. It goes over a lot of interesting little tidbits and how they are shrinking the footprint of the Telo truck without compromising safety or utility of the truck and that kind of stuff. It is a very well done video by Drew of the Telos of EV channel. I would recommend checking it out because I liked it very much. Another video that I liked so much this week was from a channel called Tubid Da Vinci. I've talked about him more than once on this channel. He is actually how I found out about Aptera. But at any rate, he did a video about the challenge of making a grid, the global grid, completely emissions free. He put out a lot of numbers, he cited a lot of sources, he even had charts and graphs and stuff. So if you guys are really into that nerdy numbers situation, then I would say definitely check that video out if you haven't already. Another fantastic video this week was done by a channel called Gruber Motor Company. I had not heard of them before they put out this video. About who is Chris Anthony. They did like a little dive on his history and things of that nature, which was very interesting because during the video where Steve Fambro talked about the Aptera during the Vancouver situation, he also gave a brief history of himself. So we have a introduction to the co-CEOs over the course of these two videos. The video itself is actually very neat and concise and well done. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up subscribing to this channel because they did a really good job as well. For the final thing that I like this week, there is a video by a channel called the EV Buyer's Guide. They basically broke down all of the new nuances of the 2024/2025 tax credits for EVs. He broke down what new vehicles qualify, what used vehicles qualify. He talked about the logistics of how you get the payments. He talked about all of the nuances of how you qualify as a person for said credit. Yeah, there were a lot of little things in this video that were really helpful to somebody who will be new to EVs, much like myself, and people that maybe even know about EVs to some degree and have already bought an EV. There are changes in here that are worthwhile to know about. So yeah, all of those things were very well covered and very comprehensive in this video, so I would say check it out if you haven't already. Alright, ladies and gents, that will be the end of this video. For all of the links that I talked about, they are down below in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much again for all of the time and effort that you put into commenting down below. I always enjoy reading the comments. Speaking of which, on my video where I talked about the Aptera lawsuit, I did get a comment from an actual lawyer that I will probably put up in some form over here so you guys can actually read it. But yeah, oh wait, I might actually just make the screen, I might just leave, so for this part I might just leave the screen up here in the corner so you guys can actually see what I do here. But essentially, this comment kind of outlined a couple of things that I didn't even think about when it came to the Aptera lawsuit. So I'm going to put that up there. If you guys want to pause it, go ahead and pause it and read that comment. Thank you so much for your comments again. Thank you for doing all of the YouTube-y things. Go ahead and like and subscribe and all that kind of fun stuff. And I will catch you guys next time. I'm gonna go ahead and read this post because it's just easier to read it as opposed to trying to explain it. Tesla fabrication department before leading key projects at Apple. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna restart that one.